The ambulance service in the Western Cape is said to be the most efficient in the country. There's been a marked improvement over the past year, particularly in terms of communications. It's still a long way from being world-class, but those in the know say the Western Cape's Emergency Medical Service, or EMS, is improving all the time.
I think we're making huge progress in the Western Cape. I mean, I get a sense that we're really moving forward. And that really within 2 or 3 years' time, we'll have a first-class emergency medical service.
The same can't be said of the EMS in parts of the Northern and Eastern Cape, where the ambulance service seems to go from bad to worse.
We once went to Albert Luthuli one day. The people, the way they were laughing at us, were like the joke of the day. Asthmatic patients, we can't help them. We can't do a thing. We just take and go.
We just take the patient, then we rush without even treating him, because we don't have equipment. It's a disgrace, I'm telling you.
It's early.
Sanibonani. My name is Mduduzi Zungu, Director for Emergency Services in KwaZulu-Natal, Advanced Life Support Paramedic by profession. When I joined Emergency Services in 1993, I had only one vision: to save lives. 17 October is a day where all the paramedics, provincial, private, they had to celebrate the day. However, I have to say this, my heart is bleeding. The society that we have to provide services to them, they've turned their back against our brothers and sisters. Paramedics are attacked. Paramedics are killed. Paramedics are killed. Paramedics are raped. Their personal belongings are being taken away from them. Our tool of trade, which are ambulances, are being stolen, are being burned into ashes by the same community that we providing the service to them. What went wrong? Why we are becoming the targets of the criminals? There is career pathing in emergency services. We're busy saying to the kids that they've got passion, that they love the job that we are doing, that they must join us, go and study, become doctors, become then professionals in emergency services. But with what is currently happening, I see this service of emergency services collapsing, perish, because there will be no new generation joining the system because of fear.
Sanibonani babukeli emakhaya. Ngiphinde nginamukele kuhlelo lethu ezempilo zamudakalo with Dr. Pro. Lolu hlelo lumayelana nokugula okusemzimbeni yethu noma ukugula kubangani bethu noma izihlobo zethu. Kanti lolu hlelo luzofundisa kakhulu kulabo sebenza ugrade 11 no grade 12 abafuna ukuqhubekisa izifundo zabo ukwenza ubudokotela, ubuhlengikazi, physiotherapist, dietitian kanye nokunye. Kanti izonceda futhi kakhulu odokotela bethu sebeqedile community service abafuna ukuqhubekisa izifundo zabo ngokwenza ama-specialties ethu ngokuhlukahlukana kwabo. Namhlanje sibheka udaba olubaluleke kakhulu kwezempilo esilubiza ngophecelezi emergency medicine eziphuthumayo kwezempilo. Izihambeli zethu namhlanje sino Kim, Habib, sino Mr. Zungu kanye no Audrey Chiloane. Nginamukele ngiphinde nginibingelele. Kim.
Yes, ma'am.
If, for a viewer who's sitting at home, who is Kim Habib?
Kim Habib. I am a mother of two, but more importantly, a person who has committed her life to the helping of the community. I started in the fire department in 1998, and I've progressed all the way up into advanced life support paramedic with ER24. I'm also currently the branch manager in Lowveld. It is a big responsibility that I have put on my shoulders at the moment, but it's part of who we are. It's my passion, it's my job, and the emergency services is our life.
So it means if we are saying you are an advanced life saver, it means there are categories in paramedics. Can you take us through, for a viewer who wants to take her career further and be a paramedic, what are the steps that they need to take?
Okay, so we have basically 3 levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced life support paramedics. They have different names though. If a viewer out there wants to become a paramedic, they should research it nicely because it's not for the faint-hearted. So the best place to go is university, and they do the 3 levels there at universities. So researching the different universities as well will do that. But it's also good to go to your local fire department, to your emergency services, your ambulance department, and ask around and see if you could shadow them as well, to see if it's really something you would be able to do.
Can you tell us what's the difference, or what is it, and to be an aeromedical service paramedic per se?
A paramedic that works with the aeromedical services, they work on a helicopter or a fixed-wing aeroplane. They usually work with a doctor and another person, which is usually an intermediate life support or a sister from the hospitals, and they transport patients who are chronically ill or the long-distance ones from country to country or from scenes, accident scenes, to hospitals in an emergency. We here have a helicopter that has a pilot, an advanced life support paramedic, and an intermediate life support paramedic, and they are called to scenes where we need their transport now because we are in a mountainous area. To become somebody who gets to that point, you need to be in the EMS. It can take anybody in the EMS to get onto that vehicle, and it's a very how do I say, it's an exciting way to move forward in life in the EMS, if I could put it like that. Gives them the different training that they need for the helicopter and the airplanes. They need to go through different courses to be able to work on that, so it actually gives them more qualifications as well with that.
Thank you so much for the information. Mr. Zungu, ungathini kumbukeli osekhaya ozibukayo ukuthi ukusasa lakhe ufuna ukufana nawe? Yiziphi izinyathelo afanele azithathe ukuze afike kuleli zinga wena osikulo?
Ngiyabonga Dr. Pro. Into engayisho kubabukeli emakhaya ukuthi ikakhulukazi basithe sikhuluma nabantwana abasesesikoleni ukuthi babheke ifundo abayithathayo ngoba i-field lena e-scientific kakhulu, so ifundo edingakalayo njena kudingeka ukuthi umuntu enze i-English, ephasile i-English okungenani ngo-level 3 minimum. English, besasithi i-biology ngey'khathi zethu, sekuthiwa i-life sciences, kuzoba i-physical science ne-mathematics ukuze angene. Sinama-universities okwamanje na mangaphosilithi awu-3 asebenzayo, kodwa akhona namanye asazolandela ofalisha lama-levels njengoba uzakwethu Kim eke wabandula ukuthi yiziphi igaba ikhona. So sebenga-aplaya-ke. Okunye okujabulisayo kwenzeka nje ukuthi nama-colleges lawa ama-province ngoba ama-province anama-college nawo asethole ukurecognizwa njengama-institutions or iy'khungo zemfundo ephezulu, okusho ukuthi nabo sebezoqala ukuthi bafundise banikeze lezo ziqu lezo. Kodwa into engabaluleka ngayo njena abalaleli ababukeli ukuthi bafunde iy'fundo, abantwana bafunde iy'fundo ezizobenza bakwazi ukuthi bafinyelele kulo mkhakha lo njengoba sengiyibalile nje.
Ngibona kakhulu i-paramedics ibaluleke kakhulu kwezempilo ngoba uma sihlangabezana nenkinga lapho kukhona ibhasi, lapho mhlawumbe nifonela endlini kunomuntu osheshe waphuthuma nje wagula, yini enifika kuqala nimstabilize before ayofika ezandleni zodokotela nonesi esibhedlela? Kepha yini enidlala indima yokuqala? Manje ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi inesini lapho kuyibhasi imoto zashayisana khona, abantu baningi bagcwele lapha phansi balimela, abanye baphukile, abanye baphuma igazi ngenhloko, itindlebe, kuhlangahlangene. Nibahlukahlukanisa kanjani nini ukuthi okay nangu ophuthumayo nibona kanjani?
Yazi umbuzo obaluleke kakhulu loyo ngoba ungacabanga mangabe ufika ngemoto niyafika nozabe nosebenza nababili, abantu bagcwele yonke indawo, kukhona okhala ngokuthi uphukile, kukhona okhala ngokuthi akakwazi ukuphefumula, kube khona abanye ozothola ukuthi abantu abazana naye abahamba naye bazobe benibiza no wethu ngicela nizoqala ngalona ngoba manje uyena olimele kakhulu. So kuba inkinga, kudingeka lapho ukuthi umuntu akwazi ukuthi usesimeni esiphuthumayo kanjalo kodwa akwazi ukuthi abe calm, akwazi ukuthi assesse kahle isimo. Uma beseqedile eqinisekisile ukuthi uphephile uye nopartner wakhe nawo kama-patient ukuthi isini safe, uzobe usiyaqala ubheka umuntu nomuntu, usho ukuthi wenza lokho esithi quick assessment ukuthi akubone ukuthi ubani odinga usizo, akengithi ubani osesimeni esibi kakhulu, ubani odinga usizo oluphuthumayo ngaleso sikhathi. Ungacabanga makuthiwa mhlawumbe nabantu abawu-38 kanjena, bonke labantu kumele wazi ukuthi izimo zabo zinjani. Uzobe uhamba, uzobe uthatha ama-notes ufast, kodwa uzobe u-assessa, ubheke ukuthi labantu ungabahlukanisa kanjani. Izigaba esibahlukanisa ngazo sithi kukhona i-priority 1. I-priority 1 usho ukuthi yilo muntu osesimeni esibucayi, esingathi masikhuluma ngolimi lwesilungu sithi u-critical and unstable. Ilawo abantu abafana ukuthi ulimele ekhanda kanje na umuntu olimele opha ngaphakathi noma opha lokhu kubonakalayo, odinga ukuthi athole usizo ngaleso sikhathi. Mangabe engatholanga usizo usho ukuthi angagcina ephangalala. Kube khona abesithi priority 2, okusho ukuthi ulimele userious yena kodwa uyabona uzodinga ukuthi afike esibhedlela futhi ngenze esibhedlela ukuthi admitwe. Ngizokwenza isibonelo, abanye abantu mhlawumbe bangacabanga ukuthi umuntu serious lo, kodwa kithi sisibona ngekho serious. Umuntu ophukile nje, umuntu ophumlenze kanjena, lo muntu oserious ngoba udinga ukuthi aye esibhedlela ayolungiswa umlenze lona, kodwa impilo yakhe ayikho engozini ukuthi usengafa manje. Ungafani nomuntu oshayeke ingaphakathi ibilini uthi uyopha ngaphakathi. Bese bakhona labo-ke othola ukuthi banemphuzukwane njena abangadinga ukuthi baye esibhedlela bafike ba-check-we. Esikhathini esiningi labo bantu labo bazo-check-wa mhlawumbe bakhishwe within 2 hours sebephumile ba-discharge baphume. Bese bakhona-ke labo i-P3, i-P4 ngebhathi labo abasuke sebephangaleleke. Yebo. So sine P1 abasesimeni esibucayi kakhulu, beyi-P2 abasesimeni esibi esidinga isibhedlela kodwa abangakwazi ukulukhuza ukulinda. Bese kuzoba yilaba esithi P3 abanemphuzukwana njena, kuzoba i-P4 okusho ukuthi sebedlule emhlabeni.
I love what I usually see when I pass by the accident scene. Both the private, the ERs and the public ambulances or paramedics, they work together, they look so united, of which it promotes NHI in a very good manner. And I say that unit, when you work together, it should continue like that. Kim, Once now you've identified the P1, the P2, the P3, the P4, how does now this hospital know that you are coming on the way? What's happening there? And what happened when you arrive at the hospital? Now you're in. Can you just take us there?
All right, so on the scene, for example, the bus accidents that you're talking about where there's a lot of patients, we usually have an incident commander. That incident commander is usually, it can be anybody on the scene, the first arriving person, and they take down the names of the ambulance services, how many patients they have, and who the priority of the patient. Then they will phone, what they're supposed to do is phone the hospital and say, we're coming in with 2 P1s, can you accept? 2 P2s, P3s, we can take anywhere at the moment. So we're not too worried about the P3s, they're the walking wounded. So the P1s and the P2s, we arrange, say now it's on the R40, you know, it's between Temba and Robs, and there's 30 patients. We're not going to flood Temba with 30 patients. We need to separate them so we don't overflow the hospitals. So we'll have our resources, provincial and private, go together, and we sort out on scene, take these patients here, 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 and we all clear the scene of patients. So they would then move the patients to the respective hospitals that are appropriate for those patients' injuries. I'm not going to take a P1 patient to a clinic or a P3 patient to a P1 facility. We need to give the right patient to the right hospital. So we usually phone ahead for the P1s and the P2s to let them know we're coming in with a busload. This is what's going to happen. And then when we get there, the most amazing thing happens. The hospital staff are ready for us, and if they are backed up, they will make sure that they have somebody for us on hand to assist us at that time with that P1 patient. And the how do I say, the working together from the scene all the way till the end when we drop the patient off at the hospital continues through from us dropping the patient to the hospital staff, to everything going on like that. It's one big nice flow. Hopefully every day, but we won't get a bus accident every day, so I'm glad for that. But yes, it's we work together.
Wow,
it's great.
This is quite exciting. Matron Chiloane, njengomhlengikazi okade usebenza e-casualty, ungabe usichazela usibekele nje isithombe sokuthi ukuze ube u-casualty nurse kudingeka ziphi inyathelo, kanti umsebenzi ongakanani odingeka ukuthi nje ube u-casualty nurse?
Okay, ngiyabonga Dr. Buthelezi. Kuze kusube ngu-casualty nurse kudingeka ukuthi uphase grade 12, umphase nge-distinction. So njengoba besekashilo umlingani wami lana kufuneka ukuthi ube une-maths, une-English, une-physical science, ube uphase ngabo level 3, the highest. So we are trained ukuthi ube ngumhlengikazi, we are applying to the colleges. Njengami ngi-applyile kaMpumalanga College of Nursing. Ngiqale ukutraina ngo-1994. It was a 4-year course. After 4 years, I got my diploma in nursing. So it was a 4-year course. Ngathola all the 3 bars. This bus I3, the other one, the black, is psychiatric. Kuthi ngiyakhona ukuqeqesha igulane leti igulwa ngengqondo. Lelinye libha leli green i-midwifery, kuthi ngiyakhona ukuthi ngingabelekisa make lotithwele, ngikhona ukumnakekela. Lelinye libha ngileli yellow, lichaza ukuthi ngingakhona ukusebenza eklinikhi, ngikhona ukunurse ama-patient, ngiwaprescribele ngiwanike i-treatment. So the red carpet is a general nurse. Ukuthi wena you are a sister, a nurse, a general nurse. So ngitraine for 4 years. After that, ngahamba ngasebenza ku-trauma unit. After ngisebenza ku-trauma unit ngaba nelithando lekunakekela igulane letiphuthumako. Ngoba uma umuntu agula kakhulu kufuna u-acte fast ukuze kuthi ukhona ukuhlenga impilo yakhe, ngoba ungayiluza. Ngabona ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi ngihambe ngiyoqeqeshwa ngende i-trauma. Ngayenda i-trauma ngo-2004. It was a 1-year diploma in trauma. Kuze ukuthi ngikhone ukunakekela umuntu ngendlela ukuhlenga impilo ngalokuphuthumako.
Ufunda la ekhaya. Manje Metron, sebemfonele ngasho ukuthi P1 no P2 no P4 basendleleni sebefika nabo casualty. Casualty indawo ephithizelayo. Uyabona nabantu bakhona from kuma paramedics agcoka likwayikwayi lapha kuyagijima hlala kugijima. Bese kuba khona lento yelo ukuthi i-triage. Ungabe umbekela umlaleli ekhaya ukuthi yini kahle hle i-triage?
I-triage iluhlelo eliselisebenzisako ukuhlunga ama-patient. Kucheka ukuthi ngubani lo sesimeni lesibucayi kundlula lomunye. Lelo kufise ukuthi simbambe simnakekele kuqala singalahlekelwa impilo yakhe sekafikile esibhedlela. So ngesilungu bapita ukuthi i-sorting of patients according to the priority njengoba sebashilo balingani bami ukuthi kuna priority number 1, kuna priority number 2, kuna priority number 3. So sihlunga lama patient ukuze ukuthi sathi ukuthi since sebafikile esibhedlela sikhone kubaniketa le care bangaluzi impilo singalahlekelwa impilo sebafikile baphakathi esibhedlela. Sebashilo sina priority number 1 ngilasi babita ukuthi ma emergency patient lawo ma patient lawo nasim prioritize simhlenga simhlunga simthola kusini priority number 1 akalinzi ngaleso sikhathi kune room lelibitwa ukuthi it's a resource area. Le emergency patient ithathwa ngaleso sikhathi indlule iye resource ifike ngile patient lengakhona ukuthi iphefemulela ifuna ukuthi siyichube sifake emshinini kuze ukuthi sihlenge impilo yakhe. Sekuna priority number 2 ngilama patient la ukuthi uphukile maybe uphuke pelvis awusho njalo ngesilungu or uphuke the long bones labo ukuthi bangalinza up to 10 minutes but ukufuna nabo sibanakekele ngokusheshsha ngoba the moment sidelay nabo singahle siluze impilo yabo or bangahle babe ngilo priority number 1 which is emergency. So onke lama patient nakafika siyawahlunga siwanikede ama color code. Red ngilo priority number 1 labo ngilaba banakekelwa ngaleso sikhathi leso lekhathi bafika. Sesina very urgent orange color yakhe ngilama patient la ukuthi angalinza up to 10 minutes depending to the number ukuthi bangakhi. Sesibe na yellow labo bangalinza up to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So uma sibahlunga tiningi rate sithi check out. Sithatha history, sithatha ama vital signs, we check everything.
Okay. Manje mina nakho ngiyasuka ngiphethwe ikhanda liyangishaya licale 2 weeks back. Ngifonela i-ambulance iyafika iyangithatha ingiletha e-casualty. E-casualty nifike nithi ngiyi-cold case. Nisuke senishona uma senikhuluma ngama-cold case-ke lapho.
Okay. If sithi wena uyi-cold case, it means nasi ku-triage sikuhlenga. Awuqualify kuba kulenzayo le yase trauma ka emergency because trauma is an emergency area. Ngila kufuna sihlenge impilo tebantu letiphuthuma letingahle tisilahlekele. Uma wena uyi-cold case sisho ukuthi by right bekufuna wena ngabe unakekeleka e-clinic hayi esibhedlela.
Okay.
So you can wait since sika government we don't turn patients away. Wena as long as sina emergency sina priority 1 sina priority 2 sina priority 3 wena you will wait until we finish all the others. If we've got your own time, after we finish the others, then we can attend to you.
Okay. Sesiyisonga nje Metron. Ungamchazela uthini umbukeli osekhaya nge-casualty?
I-casualty indzawo lekufanele ukuthi inakekele bantu labadzinga i-emergency care. 24 hours ivulekele bantu for ma condition ukuthi bantu baweni timoto bagwazanile badushuliwe badle ipoison ulunywe inyoka ma emergency cases not call cases ukuthi wena uyagula for 3 months awukayi e-clinic so suka lapho uya esibhedlela ngoba nasifika wena siyokutriage uma kutholakala ukuthi i-call case ngeke siku-attend so attenda lama emergency before si-attenda wena. So kubalulekile ukuthi uma ugula uye emtholampilo kuze ukuthi bakhone ukukutreata. If babona ukuthi kunesimo sokuthi wena uye esibhedlela batakubhalela incwadi esibhedlela sinawo ama clinic la ama extension ye clinic la batokureferela khona kubodokotela not a casualty ukuthi wena usuke ekhaya uthi ngiya e-casualty ngoba le nto lesenginayo for 3 months ayipheli.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Sesivala Mr. Zungu. Ungathini kumuntu kubalaleli ekhaya labo abavame ukubamba inkunzi ama-ambulance labo esibabona sometimes baze babulale nama-paramedics ungathini nje isixwayiso nje ungasibeka khona?
Kuyinto ebuhlungu kakhulu uma ucabanga ukuthi labantu abasebenza kwa-EMS bazinikele ukuthi bazosebenza lo msebenzi. Umuntu ushiya umndeni wakhe kwesinye isikhathi uthola usizo ebusuku ngoba izehlakalo ey'fana nalezo ejwayele ukwenzeka iy'khathi zasebusuku. Kuba into ebuhlungu, sinawo ama-cases engakhuluma ngawo lapho abantu sebebabanjwa khona inkunzi nemoto uthola ukuthi iyalinyazwa. Ngingathi bakhumbule ukuthi lo muntu njengoba elana usebenza ukuzohlenga umphakathi. Kusho ukuthi uma ngabe lo muntu lona usuthathele imoto lena wabalimaza labantu ngoba sebe-traumatize ngaleyo ndlela sekumele ukuthi bathole usizo nabo. Usukhiphe i-ambulance yonke, i-crew naleyo ambulance leyo, noma ngabe ilima noma ngabe ayilimele. Kusho ukuthi siyashoda lo mphakathi loyo. Siphila la eSouth Africa lapho izinsiza kusebenza zituleka kakhulu. Okwenza ukuthi nawo lama ambulance esinawo awanele ukuthi provide umphakathi esinawo masibheka i-population yezwe lethu awanele. Manje uma usukhipha kwayona le ambulance lena esuke ishoda vele uyamosha kakhulu, nanokuthi bayahlukumezeka labantu. Kade benothando lokuzosiza umphakathi, sekuba khona lokho ukuthi kanti ngempela ngifelani. Uma ngabe ngithi ngizosiza abantu bona labantu laba benza kanjeni. Siyafisa ukuthi imphakathi isebenzisane nathi ukuthi ukhishwe isihlaba lesi esikhona emphakathini. Labantu okuyibona abenza ukulonga kumele umphakathi kube wona osisizayo ukuthi usivikele uma ngabe sihamba. Siyingxenye yomphakathi. Asinawo ama-superpowers nathi ukuthi nibasuke lapha yana asithindeki. Siyathindeka emzimbeni, siyathindeka nasemoyeni futhi.
Kim, as we close, what will you tell the viewers at home who still want to pursue to be paramedics?
I'll tell the young ones, work hard at school, okay? You need a good understanding of the human body, so please work hard at that. Don't give up. Yes, there's a lot of times that we see very bad things, but if you can get through your training and you have this passion in your life, you'll be able to do this job. And saving lives is more rewarding than anything on this planet. Helping people. I mean, we can't choose who lives and dies, but we can help. And that in all three of our lives is the biggest thing that we have. So don't give up. Keep at it. Whatever your life choices and your career's choices are, just be strong through it and ask people for advice. If you go to any of our units or our emergency services, the guys and girls there will be ready to explain what they do, how they do it. And free of charge, it's advice that we'll give you. So if you're looking for a career in the EMS, please ask your local EMS provider, anybody. They'll give you the heads up and they'll guide you in the right way.
Thank you, everyone. Ngibonge nani babukeli lapha emakhaya. Ngethemba ukuthi ngifunde kabanzi namhlanje ngeziphuthumayo kwezempilo. Kanti siyakhumbula umnyaka ondlulile lapho abanye bezempilo eziphuthumayo bephahlazeka ngendiza yabo beyonceda ipatient. Sithi imoya yabo ingalala ngokuphumula. Nisale kahle balaleli emakhaya.
Zungu, umphathi wama-ambulance kaZulu Natal. ngaphansi kwezimo eziphuthumayo, emergency medical services. Ngiqala ukusebenzela umnyango wezempilo ngo-1993. Isifiso sami kwakukuhlenga izimpilo zalabo abangakwazi ukuyisiza, labo abalimele ezingozini, ababelethayo, abakwaziwe, sibayise bothola usizo oluphuthumayo ezibhedlela. Umhla ka-17 October usuku olubekiwe umhlaba wonke jikelele ukuthi abasebenzi bezimo ezempilo balubungaze, bakhumbule izinsuku ezimnandi besemsebenzini, bakhumbule okuhle abakwenzile behlenga izimpilo zabantu. Kulonyaka i-theme yethu sibeka bonke ozakwethu abahambe ngokugula emsebenzini nalabo abahambe ngesandla somuntu. Inhliziyo yami ibuhlungu, iyaqaqamba uma ngithi ngiyazibuza angiyitholi impendulo. Kungani umphakathi esiwuthandayo, esiwusebenzelayo, esumnikeza usizo usiflathele kangaka? Obhuti nosisi bayashaywa, bayadlwengulwa, baphucwa izinsiza kusebenza, kuthathwa imoto yama-ambulance ayashiswa, ashawa ngamatshe. Kanti soneni thina siyabasebenzi bezimo eziphuthumayo eSouth Africa? Uma kuwukuthi khona esikwenzile, siyaxolisa emphakathini, sithi sekwanele. Ayikho into ebuhlungu ukuthi odadewethu nobhuti bethu baphuma emakhaya beye emsebenzini bayosiza umphakathi, kodwa bebe besabuyela emakhaya, babuyela sebethule. Sithi kwenze njani? Sekwanele. Wena Nkosi uyazi. Ngiyabonga.